Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching, yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
Last night, the Yankees blew a 3-1 lead. They were trailing 4-3. And then this swing from Clint Frazier sends a 3-run home run into the left field seats, giving the Yankees a 6-4 lead. And they eventually won the game by that score. Castro not happy, the Yankees thrilled. And today, the Yankees will go for the sweep. It is time for baseball as the Yes Network presents the Hyundai Sunday Game of the Week. Today, it's the New York Yankees against the Baltimore Orioles in the final game of a 3-game set from Oriole Park at Camden Yards in Baltimore, Maryland. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Yankees Baseball. Along with Ken Singleton, I'm Michael Kay. So you saw Clint Frazier's big home run. Before that, though, the table was set by Aaron Judge. It was Game 8, and Aaron Judge hit his first and his second home runs of the season.
Well, the fact is the Yankees have scored 14 runs in the first 2 games of the series, all via the home run. Aaron Judge hadn't hit a home run this season until last night. Fastball right down the middle of the fairway as well. Over 400 feet straightaway center field. The Yankees are up in the first inning. Then in the third with a man aboard, a hanging slider, and this one about the same portion of the ballpark, and the Yankees were up 3-1 at that time.
And Judge is making some history as well. So the most home runs in a player's first 302 games, he's second all time with the 85 home runs. Ryan Howard, the only player who ever hit more, he had 91 in his first 302 games. Let's take a look now at today's pitching matchup brought to you by People's United Bank. David Hess will get the start for the Orioles, and for the Yankees, it's Domingo Germán.
Well, Domingo Germán has plus stuff. There's no doubt about it. He has 4 quality pitches. The Yankees are looking for him to be a little bit better with his control today. He had a good outing against the Tigers, but he walked 5, 7 strikeouts. This young man is tough to hit, but you can see he's on the cusp of maybe being one of the best pitchers in the Yankees rotation.
So if he gives the Yankees a good game, they have themselves a sweep. It's a gorgeous Sunday afternoon in the Inner Harbor. It's going to be nice at Camden Yards as well. When we come back, lineups, first pitch, baseball, next on Yes. Heineken, enjoy responsibly. By Papa John's, any large handcrafted specialty pizza, just $12. And by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play. Well, you can't order up better weather than what we have here in Baltimore. Yankees and the Orioles, final game of this 3-game set. After the game, the Yankees will head to Houston to start a 3-game series against the Astros. So the Orioles have taken the field. Let's take a look now at the Yankees lineup put together by manager Aaron Boone. The Yankees are 4-4 on the season, and they will lead off their center fielder Brett Gardner. Aaron Judge in right field will bat second. Hitting third, the first baseman Luke Voit. Gary Sanchez DHs today. He'll clean up. Batting fifth, the shortstop Gleyber Torres. DJ LeMahieu, can he make it out? He's at second base. He'll bat sixth. Batting seventh, the hero from last night, the left fielder Clint Frazier. Gio Urshela will be at third base. He's going to bat eighth. And batting ninth and catching, it's Austin Romine.
Starting pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles in the final game of this 3-game series is David Hess, 25-year-old right-hander. Those are his numbers from a year ago. He worked both as a starter and a reliever. 3-10 with a 4.88 ERA. Let's check out the pitcher scouting report brought to you by your local Honda dealers. High-octane gas for Hess. He's throwing harder this year than he did last year. He threw around 91 miles an hour last year. His fastball now sits 94 to 97 miles per hour. He is tough in the clutch. Last year, opponents only hit .207 against him with runners in scoring position. In a center stage performance, his last outing at Rogers Center in Toronto, he took a no-hitter into the 7th inning, but manager Brandon Hyde removed him from the game, trying to preserve his health, because 3 days earlier he had thrown 42 pitches against the Yankees in relief at Yankee Stadium. But Hess, he's been pitching much better. By the end of the year, he might be the Orioles' best starter.
And he's going to have to face Aaron Judge as well as that whole Yankee lineup. Let's take a look at the Orioles defense. And it's presented by Geico. Smith, Mullins, Mancini left to right in the outfield. Infield, Ruiz, VR, Alberto, and Davis third to first. Behind the plate is Jesus Sucre, and David Hess is on the mound. Dana DeMuth is the home plate umpire. Angel Hernandez at first. Ed Hickox at second. And Carlos Torres is over at third. So the Yankees going for the sweep to go over 500. Brett Gardner is ready. David Hess is ready. And let's do it here in Baltimore. First pitch is a strike. We're underway.
Another thing about Hess in that game in Toronto, he worked very quickly.
Took him out after 82 pitches. 1 out into the 7th inning.
So the young manager is first year managing Brandon Hyde, tested right away in the first week of the season with a big decision.
2-1. Hess is 25 years old from Tennessee. Tullahoma, Tennessee, which is the same hometown as former Yankee Justice Sheffield. High pop-up on the right side. Alberto makes the play. 1 away. Why don't we take a look at the game time weather presented by Bigelow Tea. The numbers say one thing. I'll just tell you, it's gorgeous out. 66 degrees, humidity is 60%, wind 9 miles per hour. Perfect day for baseball, perfect day for anything. I guess not ice fishing. It's not a perfect day for that. Here's Aaron Judge, first 2 home runs of the year last year, or last night. And a strike.
Hess also features a pretty good changeup. He threw one to Brett Gardner that just missed. Judge had 2 hits and 10 at bats. Like Michael said, both were home runs.
And we saw a little bit of a change in him. Remember, throughout spring training and in the very early going in the season, he had a different 2-strike approach. Grounded to third, backhanded by Ruiz. And he gets Judge. Well, all spring, he worked on not having a high leg kick or any leg kick at all with 2 strikes. You'll see that on the left April 1st. This is a 2-strike pitch, and he just lifted the heel and the toe stayed down. Last night, when he hit the home runs, here's a 2-strike pitch. And he's back to what he was doing. And he's hitting all those home runs, so why change a good thing?
Yeah, that's a good question, because I thought he hit pretty well in spring training. He hit 6 home runs in spring training.
Now, part of it, Kenny, also could have been Bundy's fastball is 91 miles an hour.
Yeah.
He could have the leg kick and still be on time.
Yeah, that's true. And maybe this is more against pitchers who are upwards of 95 plus.
The 0-1. 1-1 to Voit. Aaron Boone was asked why Voit and not Bird today. He said, well, I wanted to DH Sanchez, and it's one of the tough decisions you have to make. One had to sit down. So he chose to sit down Bird and plays Voit.
Orioles sticking with their game plan of trying to keep the ball in on Luke Voit. At least in the early going here. If you're looking for a situation where you win a run in the first inning, 3-1 count on Luke Voit. If he gets what he wants here.
Swing and a miss.
Well, he was thinking about it. Let's see the location of the pitch. Just enough break on that slider.
Outfield deep. 3 infielders on the left side. Chris Davis, the only player on the right side. And Voit works a walk. Hess was taking a step off the mound toward the first base dugout. Thought that was strike 3. Did not get the call from Dana DeMuth.
Well, let's take another look.
Close, but low.
Maybe just a little bit low. Good eye from Luke Voigt. And he'll head down to first base.
You can see why Hess would want that. It is a little bit low according to the box, but just a smidge. Here's Gary Sanchez, who has been picked off of second and third in successive games. And Aaron Boone was very honest before the game. He was asked, well, how do you handle that? He said, you sit down and you be frank and you have a discussion and you watch it and go, what were you thinking here? And try to take him through it. He wasn't certainly scolding in the manner in which he said that. He said, we addressed it. He said, and we move on.
Like I said last night, one of the most embarrassing things that can happen to you on the field is getting picked off.
That one gets past Sucre as Voigt goes to second. Boy, Sucre really took a stroll back there. No hurry at all, and Voigt thought about third.
Let's see what happens here. It looked like the pitch was, to me, this is a pass ball. It's not a wild pitch. He should have caught it. What they scored?
Pass ball.
That's what I thought.
Sanchez with 3 home runs and 3 runs batted in. The 2-0. Didn't give in with a fastball on 2-0. Swing and a miss.
One thing about Hess last year, as he comes in with a nice slider on a 2-0 pitch, 21 appearances. In 15 of those appearances, he gave up home runs. 22 total.
Two and two. Voigt leads off second, just underway. Yankees in the O's. And the 2-2. Strike 3. Sanchez down looking. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left. Yankees nothing, and the Orioles coming to bat. The Orioles coming in 4-4. Cedric Mullins in center field leads off, batting second. The left fielder Dwight Smith Jr. Jonathan Villar, the shortstop, will hit third. Cleaning up right fielder Trey Mancini. Rio Ruiz, the third baseman, will bat fifth. Batting sixth and DHing Renato Nunez. Chris Davis at first base bats seventh. The number 8 hitter, the catcher Jesus Sucre, and Hanser Alberto is the second baseman. He's going to bat ninth.
Domingo Germán, 26 years old, has a win to his credit this year. That came against the Tigers. Those were his numbers from last year. And he's got electric stuff. We mentioned that. Let's check out our pitcher scouting report brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Sweet 16. The first 16 batters he faced in his start against the Tigers did not get a hit. He is tough to hit. Movement and plus velocity on his fastball, and he has an electric slider and a good changeup. So he has good stuff. It's just a matter of getting more command. I should say, you know, control, command. Got to get it working.
And there's a strike. Bottom of the first inning in Baltimore. One and one.
Another thing, if he's more around the plate today than he was against Detroit, he'd keep his pitch count down as well. Good changeup.
And the 1-2. Popped up. Here the Yankee dugout. Romine makes the play. He had to go a long way because the third baseman, Urshela, was playing essentially shortstop with the shift on.
It's interesting how this at bat goes. When Mullins got to 2 strikes, Urshela dropped back because there was no more threat of the bunt. And you're right, Romine makes a nice play You can almost hear the Yankees in the dugout saying, "You got room, you got room." You can see Urshela, how far he has to come. He has no chance. It's all on Romine, and he is up to the task and makes the play.
Dwight Smith takes a strike. Ten hits and 34 at bats for Smith. That's a .294 average.
Been a valuable pickup thus far. He's had a hit in every game.
Did he go? Yes, he did, said Carlos Torres, the third base ump.
Here's a look. The high leg kick. Oh, yeah.
One and two.
One of the best pitches that Herman has when he's ahead in the count to a left-handed batter is that slider low and in. See if he can get Dwight Smith to chase it. Instead, he goes with a changeup.
Ground ball right to Torres. 2 outs. Let's check out the Yankee defense presented by Geico. Frazier's in left, Gardner's in center, and Judge is over and right. In the infield, we've already seen Urshela at third, Torres at short, LeMahieu, the second baseman, and Luke Voigt is at first. Austin Romine behind the plate, and Domingo Germán is on the mound, and Aaron Boone has taken to calling him Mingo. Here is VR. And a strike. A lot of youngsters in the ballpark today, and the Orioles are branding this as Kids Opening Day, and they'll allow youngsters to run the bases after the game.
They had a lot of mascots on the field before the game, including the Oriole bird, a lot of his friends. It's supposedly the Orioles bird's birthday today, but well, he's been around a long time. I mean, it can't be the same guy as when I was born.
All of his friends, though? When you played, the bird was just a little chick.
Yeah, I was just a hatchling back in those days.
Torres shades up the middle for VR. Swing and a miss. Strong inning for Domingo Germán as he strikes out VR on the change. Orioles go down 1-2-3. We go to the second. Conversation brought to you by Toyota. The Toyota Prius is the official hybrid vehicle of the New York Yankees. We asked, are you surprised at how things have gone for the reigning world champion Red Sox to begin 2019? By Charlie Ricker said, very surprised. Their starting pitching has been in shambles in comparison to last season, but it's early and there's too much talent for the Sox to not turn things around. Follow Yes Network and tweet us your responses using hashtag Yankees Prius Prime to keep the conversation going. What a tough way to start the season, though. 11 games on the West Coast.
Yeah, that's
2 straight 4-game sets and then a 3-game set against the Diamondbacks.
Dana DeMuth calling timer to center field gate out there near the 410 sign was open. Now, last year the Red Sox got off to a tremendous start. This year, not so much.
Two and 8. They're scoring 4.5 runs per game, hitting just .245. The starters ERA alarming 9.13, and the bullpen ERA 4.21.
Sounds like they're losing games early. You know, I think we were talking about it before the game, Michael. Today's game for the Yankees might prove to be the most important game in this road trip. I mean, especially after winning the first 2 games of this series. If they can somehow put this one in the win column, that going into Houston, which is going to be tough. You know, the Astros are a good team. Even if you only win 1 game in Houston, that means you've had a 4-2 trip. And I think before they left on this trip, they would sign up for 4-2. So today is an important game. And I think the Yankees won last night's game, even though we would agree they didn't play their best baseball last night. It was
not a clean game.
No, it was not. And they were still able to win it. So there are some things that need tightening up, and particularly if you go into Houston, you got to play better than that.
High drive, center field. Mullins back, still back, on the track, at the wall. See ya! A home run for Torres. Yankees on the board. They lead 1-0.
Now 15 runs for the Yankees in the series, all via the home run. For Torres, this is going to be his 3rd home run in this series. Another pitch up in the zone, and that's over 400 feet, center field.
Three home runs, 5 ribbies for Torres. LeMahieu takes a strike.
Here's another look. This is going to be up there for a while. Clear defense by plenty.
Ground ball to second. Alberto against LeMahieu. Well, you mentioned, Kenny, that the Yankees in this series have scored every single run via the home run. So it's the first time the Yankees have won back-to-back games and scored 6 or more runs in those games, and all of the runs scored on home runs since April 30th and May 1st of 1948.
That's Joe DiMaggio stuff, isn't it?
Yep.
Well, speaking of home runs, here's the man who hit a big one last night. Hanging slider from Miguel Castro into the left field seats. Game time.
That was his first home run since July 28th of 2017.
And when you look at him swing the bat at that particular pitch, you can see why the Yankees like him. Really quick swing.
High fly ball, deep center. Mullins back on the track, leaps. See ya! A home run for Frazier. 2 home runs for the Yankees in the inning. It's 2-0 Bombers.
Wow. So Frazier is homered in his last 2 at-bats. Mullins comes, ooh, oh, so close. Close, but no cigar. You can see his reaction.
Pitch to Urshela is up and in.
I only told you one of Hess's problems was the long ball.
Well, it was another decision that Aaron Boone had to make today. You got the right-hander Hess on the mound. You've been starting Tauchman against righties and Frazier against lefties, but he had Frazier in. And when he was asked why, he said, well, if you look at Hess's splits, he's tougher on lefties than he is on righties. They have a reason for everything. They've got stats for everything, and you know, so far it paid off.
How about just a reward for hitting a 3-run homer to win the game last night? Do you think that factors in?
No, because I mean, I've had talks with Aaron over and over. They don't believe in hot. 2-2.
That's to me, that's really going against what had been done in the past
for about a century.
Yes.
The analytic feeling is that no matter what you did the day before, if the numbers say that you're not going to hit the guy on the mound well, doesn't matter if you did well the day before, you will not do well the next day.
Well, here's my question. Then how do you get everyday players? Because there's certain guys you're not going to hit or you have problems with. If Ron Guidry was going to pitch every day, I wouldn't have been in the big leagues.
Ruiz makes the play to retire Urshela.
But on those days he pitched, I still played.
Right. And a lesser man would have had the Guidry flu. You just refused.
He might have walked me once or twice.
There's Austin Romine, 2-0 Yankees. So a little bit different outing than his last time when Hess went out into the 7th with a no-hitter. One and one. Boone also talked about the high ceiling that Clint Frazier has. So they think he has the skill set to be a really good player for them if he ever gets the opportunity. And this is his opportunity now with Stanton out.
Yeah.
And Hicks.
Ooh, good swing by Austin Romine. That's this is how you want to swing at a 3-1 pitch. Fastball just a little too far up in the zone. Just a little too far. You're talking about inches there of another ball being hit really hard.
Tipped into the glove of Sucre, and that will do it here in the 2nd. But the Yankees, they live with the long ball. They did some living this inning. Gleyber Torres with his 3rd home run of the year, a solo shot. Then Clint Frazier, his 2nd in as many at-bats. 2-0 Yanks. And it's sponsored by Fios by Verizon. Domingo Germán on Monday against the Tigers threw 4-seam fastballs 48.1% of the time, so 38 of his 79 pitches, and he averaged 94.3 miles per hour on those fastballs. Got a good live arm. Retired the Orioles in order in the 1st inning. There's Trey Mancini. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 in the Orioles order.
Mancini's been one of the best hitters in the league in the early. Oh, look at that. That is a dog covered in just about anything you can find.
A lot of ointment.
There's a lot of condiments if you've never eaten.
That's right. Have you noticed that this pitching matchup, Kenny, has a very literary feel to it?
Look out. What, in what regard?
Germán against Hess.
Oh.
In 1946, Hermann Hesse won the 1946 Nobel Prize for Literature.
Okay,
so
now
Herman hopes to write a nice story today.
Well, I'm sure the Yankees and their fans would love that, but I can't name anything that Hermann Hesse penned.
Me neither. Grounded softly to 3rd. Urshela. And a nice backhand scoop by Voit.
Well, Urshela comes with the reputation of being a good glove man at 3rd base. On the run, makes the throw. Look how quickly he gets rid of it. A nice scoop by Luke Voigt. Dug it out, and there's one down. Here's Urshela. Keeps the glove low. Comes up, delivers. This is all in slow motion, so it looks a lot smoother. He was quick with that.
Ruiz swings and misses.
You know what? Herman Hess, his best work's Steppenwolf.
Really?
It was a good band back in the day, right?
Yes. Are you going back to the Google machine?
Yeah. The glass bead game. This is Meredith actually handed me this. She probably knew it offhand to begin with. I'm going to stop at the library on the way home.
All right, good.
Oh, it's Sunday. It's not open.
Rocket to right, but right there is Judge to retire Ruiz.
You know, and another thing, when you think about it, this is a perfect matchup.
How so?
For Herman. He's pitching on Sunday. Domingo.
There you go.
There you go. It's all coming together here.
Here is Renato Nunez. 5 hits and 21 at bats. Has a home run and 5 ribbies. There's a strike. On the scoreboard in center field, they have the oddest 5s I've ever seen. I think they just flipped over number 2. Those are not 5s to me, Kenny.
You mean the hits and the RBI total?
Yeah.
For, you know, I'm looking at that.
That's an upside down 2. I think they ran out of 5s.
You know what? 5 is retired here. That's Brooks Robinson.
There you go.
And Brooks Robinson was here last night in the celebration of Frank Robinson's life.
An orange balloon is loose near the third base coach. He now sees it. Will he pop it? Oh, yeah.
Third base coach Jose David Flores.
He put it in his pocket, and David Cohn and Paul O'Neill mentioned that Wade Boggs would not ever let you put a plastic bag that you got on the field in the pocket. It was bad luck. Swing and a miss. So putting the balloon is bad luck because the batter struck out. 6 up, 6 down for Herman. You've learned a lot this inning, including Nobel Prizes. Baltimore, it's 2-0 Yankees. A solo home run by Torres, solo home run by Frazier in the second inning against Hess. Now Gardner will start it off.
Wasn't that long ago the Yankees were having problems playing here in Baltimore, but they have won 10 of the last 12 games here and 7 straight.
Skied the other way, slicing, foul.
And his first at bat, Gardner popped out to second base. Hess tried to sneak a fastball to the inside corner, and Gardy was just a little bit late. And now that he has 2 strikes, he usually jumps a fastball when he's ahead on the count, so now he's behind. When he can look in a certain area and gets what he wants, he can pop one. But now he's more in his survival mode, and he's as good as anybody at this, with fouling pitches off and keeping his bat going. He's among the league leaders in pitches seen per at bat. And what that does for the hitters behind him, it kind of wears pitchers down. Well, that's a beautiful shot right there. And the first two hitters in the Yankee order, they see as many pitches as any first two hitters in any lineup in the league. So it was 0-2 and now it's 3-2.
Line to right field. That is going to be in there for a base hit. Cutting over is Mancini. And Gardner has himself a leadoff double.
Nice fighting back in that at bat by Brett Gardner. Down, no balls and 2 strikes. Ran the count to 3-2. This was a little bit off the end of the bat. I don't know if he broke it or not, but certainly found some grass out in the outfield. Right fielders here at Camden Yards have a tendency to play towards the gap in right center. And that ball fell in for a 2-base hit.
Here's Aaron Judge, who grounded to third in the first inning. Oh, 1.
It was Gardner's 4th hit of the series. He's starting to heat up a little bit.
Trying to pick off, very close. Timing play as VR was sneaking in behind Gardner.
There was a little bit of daylight there, but Gardy got that right hand in there before well before the tag. And third base coach Phil Nevin keeps his eye on the middle infielders, and he's the first alert for a base runner that there might be trouble looming.
High fly ball, shallow center. Mullins comes a long way to make the play. If that was a normal fly ball, that drops in, but he got plenty of time to make all that ground.
It tells you a couple of things. That Judge got good wood on it, but just got underneath it. Yep, pitch was elevated just, well, he got the sweet spot of the bat on it, but just underneath it, popped it up.
Here's Luke Voit. He walked in the first inning. Snap throw to second. Boy, the Orioles being very aggressive, throwing behind runners, pickoff plays. That's what they have to do. They have to maximize every opportunity to get an out.
Well, Sucre has a good arm. So does the backup catcher Severino.
Severino made a lot of highlight shows yesterday with all of his reactions to the home runs. Looking away in disgust, throwing his head back in shock. I wonder if his pitchers take exception to that.
Well, maybe it shows the type of competitor he is, or, you know, most of the home runs, there were pitchers that were up and nowhere near his target.
High fly ball, right field, and then Mancini comes on to the second out.
The designated hitter, number 24, Sanchez.
Now here's a situation where a single will do the job. But the Yankees have not had a run score in this series outside of somebody circling the bases.
Sanchez struck out looking in the first inning. That one's crushed to left field. And that is gone! A home run, a 2-run shot, a bullet by Sanchez. It's 4-0 Yanks.
Did I say a single would do the job? Yeah. Sanchez's first home run this year with a passenger. It's like home run derby in this ballpark.
And it continues every run scored by the Yankees in this series via the home run.
Another pitch up in the zone. It's just a matter if this is going to be high enough. Got out there in a hurry.
And a strike to Gleyber Torres.
Yep, right in the front row.
And a Yankee fan made the catch. High fly ball. Fairly deep left. Smith is there. And on the lip of the warning track, he makes the play. Another home run for the Yankees. 2 runs, 2 hits. The Sanchez 2-run home run. Yankees 25th World Championship, and on Friday, April 12th, Yankees are recognizing one of the memorable moments from their run to the title, Bernie Williams' ALCS walk-off home run. To help commemorate the first 18,000 guests in attendance, we'll receive a Bernie Williams bobblehead presented by AT&T. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com. Visit the Yankee Stadium ticket window, Yankees clubhouse shops, or call Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849. 4-0 Yankees. Chris Davis leads off. 1-0. Fly ball, left field. Clint Frazier drifts over, makes the play, 1 away. And Davis's struggles continue.
0 for 20 now this season.
He was booed loudly the home opener on Thursday, and he said afterward that he was surprised. He said, but I guess I understand.
You know, I'm wondering, what is he now? 0 for his last 39, something like that? The record's 0 for 46.
Yep.
What's going to be the reaction of the fans when he does get a hit? That's what I'm thinking. It's got to be that point now. I think he's 1 for his last 56 or 7, going back to last year.
And he's 0 for 20 so far this season.
Yeah, one of the key plays last night. He came up with the bases, hit the ball hard.
Nice play by Greg Bird at first. Ground ball at third. Urshela. 2 outs. Here's Hanser Alberto. Breaking ball misses, up and away, 1-0.
I like that. Came right back with it, picked up a strike.
On 1 hop to Gleyber Torres, takes a step and fires low, and another scoop by Voit, saving his shortstop an error. An 8-pitch, 1-2-3 inning. We will go to the 4th. Aaron Boone. Aaron, Domingo Germán certainly looks like he has good stuff.
Yeah, he's throwing the ball really well. I feel like he's been obviously pitch efficient here, but you know, commanding all 3 pitches, they've all been a factor for him so far.
So the game plan today was to hit more home runs, right?
I like it when we control the zone and get into some. That's a good thing.
Now, Gary Sanchez has been swinging the bat well. That was a bullet home run that he hit.
Yeah, it was. I like the aggressiveness right there early with the runner in scoring position there. 2 outs. You know, he went up there hunting the fastball and got one real good.
All right, thank you, Aaron.
All right, guys.
All right, so that was Aaron Boone between innings. Nice enough to give us some time. As DJ LeMahieu has worked the count to 2-1 on the Audi scoreboard. It's 4-0 Yankees. A solo home run by Gleyber Torres, solo home run by Clint Frazier, and the 2-run home run by Gary Sanchez. Herman has been perfect through 3. High fly ball. Center field. Mullins is there, and he'll put it away to retire LeMahieu.
You see that Hess, every out besides his 2 strikeouts, with the exception of 1, balls hit in the air. It's not necessarily a good thing in this park.
Here's Clint Frazier.
I should say 2. There's been a Judge grounded out, and so did LeMahieu his first time up.
Right back to Hess. Take a look at Clint Frazier's home run in the second on StatCast AI, powered by AWS.
Just a little bit to the right of straightaway center field, 102.1 miles per hour and 397 feet. 396. Mullins might have got it.
Here's Giovanni Urshela. 1-0. I told you yesterday, Urshela sports a big league glove. He can field with anybody. His bat is just not up to the level of his glove. One and 2.
From Cartagena, Colombia. Right next door to Venezuela. A few players coming from those 2 countries.
Punched into right field. It's a base hit. It's going to get past Mancini and go to the wall. Urshela will go for 2, and he will make it with a 2-out double.
Good 2-strike hitting as well. Got something out over the plate and ran it into the right field corner. All the hits for the Yankees in this game, extra base hits. Take a look down there, 318 side, down the right field line. This is about where this ball is headed. The Yankees 3 home runs and 2 doubles.
One and 0 to Romine. We're in the 4th inning. Yankees lead this one 4-0, looking for the sweep of the Orioles. High fly ball, center field. Mullins makes the play, and that'll do it for the Yankees in the fourth. No runs a hit. One man left. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Tough going through life with the name Yards. Audi scoreboard, 4-0 Yankees over the Orioles. Bottom of the fourth inning. Camden's a nice name, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Very interesting. Here's Cedric Mullins. 36 pitches, 9 up, 9 down for Herman. Mullins tries to bunt and fouls it in front of the plate. Foul.
Yeah, the defense was set up for that possibility. Urshela was in on the grass, and Luke Voigt almost even with the bag at first base. Mullins has great speed. Trying to get something going for Baltimore here in the fourth inning.
Got to give some props to Voigt. He's made 2 nice scoops.
Yeah.
Saving errors on his team.
Yeah, the other night we talked about his workout routine. You know, the one with the sledgehammer. Part of that routine over the winter was him working on his defense as well.
Foul back.
It's interesting to watch how the defense shifts in the infield according to the count. Remember, Urshela was in on the grass. Now look where he is with 2 strikes. You know, the possibility of bunt is somewhat limited with 2 strikes with Mullins at the plate. Ooh. So now you can drop back in the infield, give yourself a little more latitude.
Swing and a miss. Powered it by him. 1 away. Now Meredith Morakovitz has an update on CC Sabathia.
Well, Michael, as I mentioned in the pregame show, CC Sabathia was in action in Tampa today with the Tarpons. His day is finished. He went 4 2/3, allowing 1 hit and 1 run. He struck out 6 in the process through 62 pitches. And Aaron Boone said as long as CC felt okay after the outing, they're expecting him in the Bronx this next homestand. So guys are starting to come back slowly but surely.
And he's expected to make the start on Saturday at the stadium. Again, if everything goes well following this this outing, and with Thursday as an off day, it would work out that he would start on Saturday. And then the Yankees have some juggling to do, Kenny.
Yeah.
Do they keep all 3 lefties in a row, which they don't want to do? Who do they split up? I think they'd like to split up Paxton and Happ, because CeCe's a different pitcher than those 2. So it will take some maneuvering for them to split them up, but it's certainly doable. Line drive right at LeMahieu. 2 away.
That was a breaking ball that kind of hung up. Might have been the worst pitch that Herman's thrown today, but he got lucky. Ball hit hard, but right at LeMahieu.
With Tulowitzki out, that moves Torres almost to play shortstop every day. And with Urshela coming up, now you put LeMahieu at the spot where he won 3 Gold Gloves, although he did a very good job at third. Here's VR. Pitch outside. .11 in a row retired by Herman. And the count 1-1 on VR, who struck out in the first inning. Gardner shades toward left center for VR. That one is chopped toward second. LeMahieu gets VR for the final out of another 1-2-3 inning as the Orioles go down in order 1-2-3. We're going to the 5th. Not an easy play for LeMahieu. It was close, but he was out. Red hot Witt as we go to the 5th inning. Thanks, Bob. 4-0 Yankees over the Orioles. Top of the order against David Hess. Gardner 1 for 2. rips that one down the right field line, foul. Now, we talked a lot about how Hess was taken out of his last start with a no-hitter. Certainly, the game has changed. And he had thrown 82 pitches. And you've got to see the look on his face when Brandon Hyde took him out of the game. It was almost a look of bemusement. I think we'll be able to show it to you. Watch his face as Hyde's coming out. What? Really? You taking me out?
For me?
I have a no-hitter.
Brandon Hyde said, in his early stages of his first year being a manager, he had a tough decision, but he was thinking about the big picture. 3 days earlier, Hess had thrown 42 pitches against the Yankees in relief. So 82 in that game, and he's thinking about the health of his pitcher. It's not the first time that's happened. Wasn't Preston Gomez that took like Kirby out of the game in San Diego on a team that had already lost like 80-something games? The fans went nuts.
And if you remember, in '96, when David Cone came back from the aneurysm surgery, he came out and he pitched 7 no-hit innings against the A's in Oakland. And Joe Torre said, I've got to take you out. We've got big plans for the season. We need you. We can't push you to get this no-hitter. And David obviously wanted to stay in, but he understood. And then Mariano came in. I think he pitched 2 innings. Ground ball to short. And he gave up a hit. And Cone came up to him after the game and said, wow, we almost had it. And Mo said, almost had what? He had no idea that Cone had pitched a no-hitter over 7 innings. But three years later, the baseball gods smiled on David, and 88 pitches, he threw a perfect game in 1999. 20th anniversary this year.
I remember where I was when Coney pitched that perfect game.
Where were you?
I was on Amtrak headed to New York from Baltimore. I got off at Penn Station in New York, and somebody ran up to me, hey Ken, Coney pitched a perfect game today. I said, yeah, right. And I got back to the hotel, and I got to the hotel, I turned on the TV. Sure enough, that's what I saw. David being hoisted by his teammates, perfect game. And if it was, this day and age, I could have watched it on the train on my iPad.
That's right. Let's see if they green light him on 3-0. Ball 4. So Judge reaches. David and Jack Curry do an unbelievable deep dive on that perfect game in their book that's coming out in May, Full Count. I was lucky enough that I got an advanced copy and read it. It's a riveting read.
Can I borrow it?
Sure, but we have to buy a book for your friends.
Okay.
But I'll give you the early copy so you can read it. Fly ball right field off the bat of Voit. Here comes Mancini. Long run. He can't get there. They score that at no play.
Yeah, long run for Mancini. As the ball will hit the warning track and hop. Did it get in the seats? Might have been. That is Mike Wright. Got the pitch count up to 87 now.
Grounded shortly to short. There's one. On to first. It's a double play. Nice defensive play by VR to start a 6-4-3 double play. We're halfway through at the end of 4.5. It's 4-0 Yankees. Dealer or visit buyhyundai.com. By People's United Bank, no mascot, but lots of fans. Member FDIC. And by Subway, make it what you want. So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is 4-0 Yankees over the Orioles. 3 more home runs by the Yankees in this game, accounting for all the runs. Trey Mancini leads off. Right in on the hands. Now, Meredith, you spoke to Mancini, right?
Michael, it might just be his 3rd full season, but he's already emerging as a leader in that clubhouse, especially considering the turnover that this Orioles team has faced over the last year. He told me the mentality of this young team is to just go out there and play hard every day, be aggressive, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. They feel as though they've done that so far to start the season, and Mancini told me he's really enjoying the role as a leader in that clubhouse.
Urshela, the long throw, got him.
And he credits some of the veterans that were there when he was first coming up, like an Adam Jones, of really showing him the way and what it means to be a leader.
He's probably the most popular Oriole right now.
Yeah.
Got one of the biggest hands on opening day, the home opener here at Camden.
You know, one thing, recurring theme here in Baltimore, they know it's probably going to be a long season, but after last year's 115 losses, the word compete comes up a lot. We want to go out there and compete, and if we lose, we want to keep it, tight game where it's interesting. Last year, just way too many games where they weren't even in the games.
1-1 on Ruiz. Ruiz with a fly ball to right in the 2nd. There's a strike. Working quickly, effectively, efficiently. Just 55 pitches. 2-2. High fly ball, deep right field. Diving is judged, but it's a foul ball.
Now, it's hard for Judge to tell whether that ball is going to be fair or foul. I mean, you're running as hard as you can, but if you're a Yankee fan, you're holding your breath about right here. The judge is going to disappear, not into his chambers, but the hidden corner here in Baltimore. Well, he gets an A for effort.
3 infielders on the right side for Ruiz. 2-2. 3-2. That is the first 3-ball count for Herman in this game. Rip foul.
Oh, we talked about before the game, and Herman can get his control in order. He can be plenty tough.
Just missed. There's the first base runner. A walk issued to Ruiz.
And this is sort of like a turnaround from his last start when he walked 5 Detroit Tigers. And we'll take a look. Michael called it. It just missed. There's a little bit too much movement on that fastball just out of the zone at the end. You can see Romine reaching, but try to keep it within the zone, but home plate umpire Dana DeMuth did not call it.
Here's Renato Nunez. And a strike. action in the Orioles bullpen. Mike Wright Jr. Rip foul, 0-2. Well, it is Kids Day, so they get a souvenir, and they'll run the bases later.
It could be an issue there, though. 2 kids, 1 ball. You know how that works, right?
Oh, yeah. Got to get 2 of everything now. Fly ball, center field.
Well, we mentioned how Herman has plus stuff, and it's certainly shown up this afternoon against these Baltimore Orioles. He's had some good defensive plays behind him. Urshela has turned a few at third. He's also had the strikeout pitch working. He's been tough. High fastball with movement on it. Nice play by LeMahieu. Got rid of that ball quickly to pick up the third out on VR last inning.
Here's Davis, but first to throw over.
By my count, there's been 4 pretty good defensive plays behind Herman this afternoon. Two by Urshela, 1 by LeMahieu, and 1 by Romine. And also one, I'll give one to Gleyber Torres at shortstop. A ground ball by Alberto in the 3rd inning.
Fly ball, center field. Gardner's there. And Herman is not allowed to hit through 5 innings. The perfect game. That went away with the walk to Ruiz, but it's getting interesting after 5. Now time for T-Mobile's connection to the game. Brock Holt placed on the 10-day IL scratch cornea. On opening day, he was poked in the eye by his little son. That's how it happened. Matt Moore placed on the 10-day IL for the Tigers, right knee strain. And Mike Trout is heating up. Look what he's done. Well, heating up, he's always hot. 385, 4 homers and 10 ribbies this year. But the Angels, as for most of his career, continue to struggle. 3-6 record.
I think he's hit those 4 home runs in the last 3 games.
And they have been mammoth blasts.
It's grand slam. I think 460.
Mike Wright takes over, and he deals a strike to Gary Sanchez. Sanchez with a 2-run blistering home run into the first row seats in left field. That was in the 3rd inning.
And Mike Wright pitched in the opening game of the series and did not get an out. Gave up 3 runs on 4 hits. 3 singles and a home run. He gave up the 3-run homer to Gleyber Torres to give the Yankees the lead. That was on Thursday.
Gary close to the plate, deep in the box. Let's check out his home run on StatCast.
And don't blink. 111.3 and 367 feet. Out of all those fans in orange, a guy in a Yankee jersey got the ball.
Swing and a miss. Sanchez down on strikes, 1 away.
Shortstop, number 25, Gleyber Torres.
Here's Gleyber Torres. He's 1 for 2, the 1, a home run in the 2nd inning. Center field. His 3rd homer of the year.
I mentioned Mike Wright's outing in the opening game of the series. In the past here, he's been around for a couple of years here. He's been used both as a starter and a reliever.
Fly ball, deep right, going back. Mancini on the track, turning, looking. It's going to be off the wall as Gleyber Torres gets himself a double. Florida with his second home run.
Yeah, the extra base hit parade continues for the Yankees. They have yet to hit a single today. High off the scoreboard in right field. Up and out over the plate. I think that might have had a chance at Yankee Stadium.
It might have, yeah.
Yeah. Just below the flag court in right field.
$13 for 33. That's what Torres has done offensively this year. Here's LeMahieu. And a strike. Yankees on to Houston after this game. Tanaka against Verlander tomorrow. That's a dandy. The 0-1. Whole series breaks down this way. Tanaka, Verlander, Loaizaga and Cole, Paxton and McHugh.
You know, Tanaka had his press conference with the Japanese media before the game near the Yankee dugout. And, you know, I was just standing there listening. And I think I could pick up the gist of the conversation. He's ready to go to Houston and pitch. I think that was the gist of the conversation.
Well, you'll see it all on Yes. Our coverage will begin at 6:30. Game time is at 7:10. That's all Eastern. So tune in. Should be fun. Yankees continue their two-city road trip. 2-1. Grounded to first. Davis steps on the bag as Torres will move to third. Here's Clint Frazier, a home run in the second, grounded back to the mound in the fourth. We're in the sixth inning. It's 4-0 Yankees. Every run in this series for the Yankees has come via the home run. A couple of solo shots today and a two-run shot by Gary Sanchez.
You know, maybe that shouldn't be too much of a surprise because the Baltimore staff last year gave up the most home runs in the big leagues. 234 homers they allowed.
And the Yankees hit the most.
Yeah, so that's, you know, it's a volatile combination.
Coming into today, Yankees 10-2 in their last 12 games here. Average almost 7 runs a game. They hit over 300. And they have a 7-game win streak here at Camden Yards.
You know what was impressive about well, Judge has kind of worn out Baltimore. 15 home runs since 2017 he's hit. Only one player in the big leagues has hit more home runs against one other team, and that's Chris Davis in Oakland. He's hit 17 against the Rangers since 2017.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Frazier, runner at third. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not.
You know, the thing that impressed me about the home run by Frazier last night was the quickness of his swing. Now we're going to take a look at his check swing here and how quickly he can stop the bat. But last night it was just like one of those six-inch punches that you see to knock people out. Just boom, real quick, gone.
Sounds like you've thrown one of those, Kenny.
It's been a while.
And the 3-2. Ground ball up the middle, a base hit, and the Yankees score a run without a homer. An RBI single for Clint Frazier. It's 5-0 Yanks.
Well, the streak is over. Gleyber Torres with a double comes around to score on this base hit. Clint Frazier with his second run batted into the game. Good effort by VR at short.
Here's Giovanni Urshela. 1 for 2. He doubled his last time up.
Not only that, it's the first single in the game for the Yankees.
Seventh hit for the Yanks. 5 runs. Zeros across for the Orioles against Herman. Three and 1.
Hitter's count for Urshela.
And he walked him. Well, you could tell, Kenny, the Oriole bullpen is going to be a problem all year.
Well,
I mean, there's very few places that Hyde can go.
well, they let a few good pitchers go. I mean, O'Day, Brock, Britton.
Yep.
All big-time people out of the bullpen now on other teams.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's Austin Romine. And all around baseball, you see that teams are built from the bullpen out. It's a bullpen game. Starters don't give you length anymore.
Yeah, pitching staffs are built from back to the front now.
Swing and a miss.
I know this is ancient history, but you've heard it mentioned in the past, and I'm sure Yankee fans have heard. The Orioles one year had 4 pitchers win 20 games. I think that's the year they had a 9-man pitching staff, and they started with and they finished with the same 9 pitchers. The starters just ate up all the innings. Had a 5-man bullpen. Nobody got hurt. They weren't overused. Just a different time.
So it was Palmer, Dobson,
McNally,
Cuellar, and McNally.
Yeah.
And the 0-2 to Romine. 1-2. Taking off for third is Frazier. The ball did not get that far away from Sucre, but heads up base running by Frazier.
I believe that's going to be a wild pitch. Yep, wild pitch. Allows Frazier to move over to third base. Now, if I'm also not mistaken, Palmer was the last one of the four to win his 20th. And I think he only had one start to do it. And he didn't want to be, miss the train or miss the boat. And he got it done.
Chop towards short. VR goes the short way, and that will do it here in the top of the sixth. Yankees get a run on 2 hits. 2 men left. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 5-0 Yankees. May 4th for the Yankees' 4th annual Star Wars Day. There'll be special Star Wars theme and appearances by some of your favorite Star Wars characters. In addition, the first 40,000 guests in attendance receive a special CC Sabathia Jedi bobblehead. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com. Jesus Sucre against Domingo Germán. And there's a strike. Sucre was up there to take a strike, ran the hands up, obviously was not bunting. Germán has faced just 1 over the minimum. The only base runner over 5 innings for Baltimore. Ruiz with a walk with 1 out in the 5th. One and two.
Pretty much all afternoon he has stayed ahead of the hitters. And he's worked quickly. I always felt when pitchers work quickly, it was almost like they had an air of confidence in what they were doing. The guys who took their time and just didn't want to throw the ball, as if they knew something bad was about to happen.
Ground ball to short, backhanded by Torres. Fires to first, 1 away.
Faster runner, that might have been a more difficult play. Torres knew he had some time. Going to the backhand, straightens up, takes a few steps, gets it over the void for the out. That's a good idea, knowing who's running.
Here's Hanser Alberto. Line into right center field. It's a base hit. First base hit of the game for the Orioles. Judge cuts it off, and he will hold Alberto to a single. So Germán pitches a no-hitter through 5 1/3, and Alberto breaks it up.
Alberto's gotten off to a good start with the bat, so it shouldn't be a surprise that he's the one that comes up with the first hit. He was hitting 500 coming into the game today. There's the Oriole fans applauding their first hit of the afternoon. Judge did a good job of cutting this off. He was playing kind of shallow, had to get over quickly, and with his arm, anytime he picks the ball up, if a base runner is going to think about it or think about advancing to the next base.
And a strike to Mullins. One. Grounded to first. Voit will go to second, 1. On to first with Germán covering, not in time. So the out at second is a 3-6. And Mullins reaches on the fielder's choice.
Nice play by Voit. Not only coming up with a hard smash, but watch the throw he makes to second base. It's right on the money to Gleyber Torres. Right there where he can just turn it over. The only problem for the Yankees on this play, Mullins has excellent speed and beats the relay.
Here's Dwight Smith. High fly ball right down the right field line. Long run for Judge. It's a foul ball. He can't get there. Just foul.
Yeah, I had mentioned earlier that most right fielders here at Camden Yards, they play towards the gap because anything in the air down the right field line with any authority whatsoever probably get out of the ballpark anyway. So they're trying to hold down the doubles and the triples in the gap in right center field. So another long run for Judge, another foul ball. Now you can see him moving back towards the gap, even with a left-handed hitter at the plate.
Another foul ball.
Smith's got an 8-game hitting streak going.
Oh for 2 today. Still 0-2.
You had talked about his opportunities in Toronto were limited. Speaking of Smith, because the Blue Jays had a lot of young outfielders, so he came available. The Orioles jumped at the chance to get him. He reported to the Orioles in spring training in Sarasota and hit 5 home runs. Kind of helped his cause of making the ball club, and now he's hitting well in the early season.
Well, opportunity is knocking here, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Fly ball center field. Gardner is there. He'll make the play to end the inning. So the no-hitter is gone, but Herman continues to spin a gem. We go to the 7th. Road trip when they open up a 3-game set with the Astros. Coverage begins at 6:30 with the Yankees pregame. Then David Cohn, Paul O'Neill, they will join me for the call. Only on Yes and streaming on Fox Sports Go.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Can you imagine all the heavy lifting that was done to get O'Neill to make a road trip? I mean, heavy lifting. Cadillac scoreboard, 5-0 Yankees over the O's. I mean, he's not there yet, so we have no idea, but that's the plan.
Well, it's
a big series. Yankees Astros.
Houston's formidable team. That's why I think this game's important.
Well, Aaron Judge said something right near the start of the season. I was talking with him. He said, one thing that we have to do this year, if we win the first 2 games of a series, we have to put people away. As Gardner walks, we cannot be satisfied by taking a series. We have to go for the sweep, go hard, and not just take that step back and take a deep breath after winning the series. I'm paraphrasing him now. He said we have to put our foot on their throat and win the series.
What was the '98 Yankees?
Mm-hmm.
O'Neill. O'Neill's teams, Bernie Williams, all his Jeters. What was their when they got 2?
They wanted 3.
They wanted 3.
Judge takes a strike. We're in the 7th. It's 5-0 Yankees. 3 more home runs for the Yankees. Frazier, Torres, and Sanchez. And then an RBI single by Frazier. The first run over the last 4 games for the Yankees that did not score via the home run.
Judge had faraway places on his mind with that swing.
Now we'll keep a close eye against Wright. Does he do the leg kick with 2 strikes? Or continue what worked from yesterday? Grounded left side, picked beautifully by Ruiz. There's one on to first. Double play as he tags Judge on the way by.
You're right. That was a slick play by Ruiz. He made it look easier than it really was. This is a tough in-between hop. Stays with it. The relay to Alberto, and then on to Chris Davis. Has to come off the bag. 2 big men colliding here. But Judge is tagged out. You see a better look here that he gets him on the left shoulder or left arm. Here's what Michael was talking about with the leg kick. Yep, it's up.
Yep.
Back down. Hits the ball hard, but couldn't find a hole.
Here's Luke Voit. And a strike. Voit 0 for 2 with a walk. Fly ball right field on the run. Mancini's going to play it on a hop, so Voit picks up a single.
The designated hitter, number 24, Sanchez.
Newly acquired Dan Straley is up. There's Gary Sanchez, a 2-run home run in the 3rd inning, his 4th home run of the year, first multi-run home run. The previous 3 were solo shots. Yankees looking to go over 500 for the first time since after opening day. They won the opener against the Orioles, lost the next 2. Then they won the first game against the Tigers to go 2-2, lost the next 2. So a 3-game sweep here would make them 5-4 going to Houston. One and 2. That one is crushed to left field. There it goes. See ya. A 2-run shot for Sanchez. 7-0 Yanks.
He's starting to heat up. 3rd home run in this series for Gary Sanchez. Well, the first one he hit today had a little doubt to it. That one was a no-doubter. Whoa.
Gleyber Torres takes outside.
That had the sound, and he knew it had the distance. Jeez. Dwight Smith with a courtesy trot.
Two and one on Gleyber Torres. And a walk to Gleyber Torres. He's been on base 3 times. A home run, a double, now this walk. And another walk by Brandon Hyde. So we're going to see Dan Straley. He will come in to face DJ LeMahieu. It's been all Yankees today. They're up 7-0. Let's take on the Indiana Pacers in another crucial NBA showdown with playoff implications. Let's put it this way. The Heat have lost today. If the Nets win this game, they are in the playoffs. Then later, stay tuned for the season finale of Homegrown, The Bridge to Brooklyn. Catch all the action tonight right here on Yes. So we send out good thoughts and good wishes to the Brooklyn Nets. What an accomplishment it would be after struggling these years, building from the ground up and making the playoffs this season. They win, they're in.
Well, you know, Kenny Atkinson, their coach, he's going to get some votes for Coach of the Year.
And there's talk of him signing an extension, too.
That usually comes after.
Yep. All right, so Thursday, yesterday and today, the Yankees have 11 home runs in this 3-game set. The most they've ever hit in a 3-game set against the Orioles all time was the 12 they hit in 2017. There's still 2 more innings and out to go. So here is Dan Straley, who signed a 1-year contract on April 5th.
Straley had been released by the Marlins back on March 25th, and the Orioles signed him.
Made 23 starts for the Marlins last year, 5-6, 4.12 ERA. Through 122 in the 3rd innings, 99 strikeouts. Made 5 starts in spring training for Miami, going 1-0, 5.94. 14 strikeouts in 16 and 2/3 innings, and then they let him go. 1-1 on LeMahieu.
The fastball, curveball, changeup. Also a slider for Straley. The A's, the Cubs, the Astros, the Reds, the Marlins, and now the Baltimore Orioles.
Three and two. Give some kudos to Aaron Boone. He decides to start Clint Frazier over Talkman against the righty, and Frazier hits the home run and an RBI single, and then he starts Gary Sanchez as the DH rather than giving him the total day off, and that has worked out with Sanchez connecting on 2 home runs. Runner goes. Fly ball in the deep left center field. That is going to be trouble. That's going to be a base hit. It'll go all the way to the wall. Torres scores easily. LeMahieu with an RBI double, and the Yankees lead 8-0.
Another extra base hit. The Orioles were playing him to hit the ball the other way. This is a pitch that hangs on the inner third of the plate. He rips it up the gap in left center field. And Torres was free to run around the bases.
Here's Clint Frazier. Hit shortly, a base hit. LeMahieu rounds third. They'll hold him up. Smith fires the ball in. A 3-hit game for Clint Frazier.
Third baseman, number 29, Gio Urshela.
Here is Gio Urshela.
The Yankees have now pounded out 11 hits in this game. It's only been 2 innings where they haven't had at least 1 hit.
Two and one on Urshela.
We had mentioned, Michael, that the Yankees won last night despite not playing, a clean, crisp game. Today it's been about as crisp as you can do it. From the hitting to the pitching. Defense has been pretty solid.
2-2.
All around one of their best efforts of the season. Herman has been solid.
Lined into center field. That is a base hit. LeMahieu scores. Frazier goes to second. It's an RBI single for Urshela, and it's 9-0 Yankees. And starting Urshela as he's reached base 3 times, 2 singles and a walk. A double and a single and a walk.
There's a single off the bat of Urshela. Even with these dozen hits, not everybody's joined the party. Romine's trying to get in the door.
9th batter to come to the plate for the Yankees this inning. 0-1. Romine's 0 for 3. Struck out, fly ball to center, and then a ground ball to short, resulting in a force out. 12 hits by the Yanks. 9 runs. Runners on first and second, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Fly ball right field. Mancini puts it away, and that will do it. But the Yankees score 4 runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, and 2 men left at the end of 6.5. Time for the 7th inning stretch here in Baltimore. Very artistic. Tyler Wade will take over at second base as they give DJ LeMahieu the rest of the day off. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning on the Cadillac scoreboard. 9-0 Yankees. Ramon deals high to VR. Pitch count is in great shape for Herman. Gives the Yankee bullpen a little bit of a breather. I was thinking about this, Kenny.
Tell me.
The Yankee bullpen is outstanding, and when it gets back Betances, it'll be even more so. But having starters go 4 or 5 innings all the time, it's not a sustainable model. There's no way you can continue to get 12 outs or more out of the bullpen every single game. That one is booted by Torres. We'll see how they score. It would have been a tough play.
Yeah, VR has good speed. I have a feeling that's going to be a base hit. Here's another look at it. Knows he has to hustle. Ball up the look like the end of the glove. And VR is going to have himself a leadoff single here in the 7th inning.
So only the second hit against Herman. Can you imagine, Kenny, if he carried a no-hitter into the 7th and that was the
the call?
Yeah, I mean, I think the official scorer would have gotten a visit.
I also think he might have gotten an error. You want that first one to be a clean hit.
I would agree. Stephen Tarpley beginning to heat up. In all likelihood, the Yankees would have stayed away from Holder today, or want to. And I guess they would use Ottavino only in an emergency. So that shortens the bullpen by a little. Again, you can't get 15 outs almost every game out of the bullpen. It just doesn't work.
That almost knocked the O off the jersey there.
Would have been a sound if it hit it. Oh.
Gary Sanchez somehow stayed with it, made the play.
Through 6 innings, Herman was ahead in the count all day. Just had 1-3 ball count, and he fell behind 2-0 just once. He had 14 0-2 counts and 1-2 counts.
14 0-2s.
Or 1-2.
Those are putting batters in the hole. In the defense, on the defensive. Remember his last start, you know, as wild as he was, or lack of command where he walked 5, he didn't give up a hit to the first 16 batters. This guy is tough to hit. 4+ pitches.
You know, Aaron Boone said today, he said the 5 walks essentially was an aberration. He said he does not really struggle that much with his control. He said sometimes command of his pitches and in the strike zone. He said, but he doesn't walk people that often. That gets by Romine as Mancini draws the second walk against Herman. And we'll go back to the studio. Bob Lorenz has another update. I mean, what a pickup by the Brewers, just outstanding. And Herman's been outstanding, and that will do it as Aaron Boone signals to the bullpen. He'll bring in Stephen Tarpley with Rio Ruiz due up. So for Herman, just 2 walks, 2 hits. He leaves with a comfortable 9-0 lead and gets a nice hand from the Yankee fans here in the crowd. Herman, now he has not allowed a run, but the runners on base, first and second, are his responsibility. Just 2 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts through 89 pitches. And he did not allow a hit through 5 1/3 innings before an Alberto single to right center. And then he allowed an infield single to VR starting off the 7th, and then a walk to Mancini knocked him out, so they go to Stephen Tarpley.
Yeah, the numbers on Tarpley, making just his 2nd appearance of the year. It would have been hard to expect more from Herman this afternoon. He gave the Yankees everything they needed. Meanwhile, he got a lot of support from the offense.
And there's a strike to Ruiz. First and second, nobody out. 9-0 Yankees. He goes around. 0-2.
One of the deals when you're a left-handed pitcher, you come in out of the bullpen to face a lefty, jump ahead on the count, and as David Cohn say, then work him over. Trying to get him to chase a pitch out of the zone, wouldn't do it. 26-year-old left-hander Stephen Tarpley. Yankees got Tarpley from the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Ivan Nova deal.
He waves at that one. Ruiz down on strikes.
Yeah, Coney been proud of that. He worked him over. Got ahead, got him on the ropes, then put him away.
Here's Renato Nunez. Tarpley had a really good spring training. Came into camp in great shape. Made his debut last September.
Got Nunez to chase a pitch in the dirt. Sharp slider.
Tarpley made enough of an impression on the Yankees that he was on the roster against the Red Sox in the division series. Line drive, a base hit to left field. VR will stop at third as Frazier comes throwing, and all the way on a fly to Romine. So the base is loaded, 1 out. And here's Chris Davis. I mean, the Orioles must be sitting there and going, well, you've got to believe in Dew. At some point, a guy who used to be a dangerous hitter has to do something. He's 0 for 2 today, 0 for 21 on the season.
Tarpley, you can see a live arm fastball at 95. And we've seen the sharp breaking ball.
That one gets away from Romine. Here comes VR. He'll score. Orioles on the board. Yankees lead 9-1. The other runners move up as well. Second and third, one out.
Let's see how they score that one. If he asked Romine, he'd probably say he should have caught this one. Yeah, it more or less looks like a pass ball to me. Yep, they're going to call it a pass ball. It allows a run.
You can see Davis angry with himself. Count 2-2.
How anxious must he be? 1 for his last 50-something, going back to last year.
Three and two on Davis.
Tried to get him to swing at it again.
Last thing Aaron Boone wants to do is have to go deeper into the bullpen in a game where you led 9-0 going into the bottom of the 7th inning. It's incumbent upon Tarpley to get outs here. Three-two. Strike three. Davis down looking. And he gets booed back to the dugout. I just don't know how much longer they can stick with him, Kenny.
Was he now 0 for 22 this year with 12 strikeouts?
Yeah.
Good breaking ball to catch him looking. Davis, it's almost like he had one pitch on his mind. And that was a breaking ball right down the middle. So he's thinking fastball all the way. And a hook got him.
And you really can't blame the Orioles for hanging on to him. I mean, they owe him so much money. He's in the 4th year of a $161 million contract. So 4 years, $92 million remaining. You just don't cut that loose. Now, some would argue, Kenny, well, it's a sunk cost anyway. Why would you have him here when you're building a team?
It's cost of doing business?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a high cost.
Yeah, it is. It's.
But you talk to people around the Orioles, Kenny, and the one thing that kind of frustrates people, he's made no changes whatsoever. At some point, something has to change.
It's maybe only the government can run that sort of deficit spending. You know what I mean?
1-1. Missed outside to Sucre. 2-1. That one gets away from Romine. Another run will score as Mancini crosses. And Nunez moves to third. 9-2 Yanks.
Yeah, this will be a wild pitch. Complicated by the fact that Sucre swung at it. So bouncing breaking ball. Romine does not block it. And the Orioles have another run.
Two and two with 2 outs. So both of those runs are charged to Domingo Germán's line. So his day is complete. 6+, 2 hits, 2 runs, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, 89 pitches. So his first runs allowed in 2 starts. 2-2. 3-2 on Sucre. And a walk to Sucre. Pitch is low. At some point, the Yankees are going to have to get somebody up because in this ballpark.
Yeah, it's starting to stir out there now.
Base hit to right field. Nunez scores an RBI single for Alberto, and now it's 9-3 Yankees.
Larry Rothschild will come to the mound to talk to Tarpley. This is he gives Sess a little bit more time to warm up. Kind of a rough outing for Tarpley here. He's got 2 outs, both on strikeouts, but then the Orioles been able to peck away here for 3 runs.
So Joey Rickard is going to pinch hit for Mullins. There's a strike. Mullins was 0 for 3 against Herman.
Fastball consistently at 95 miles an hour.
Way outside.
He's had some issues with his release point in this inning. Didn't throw many breaking balls for strikes outside of the one that he got Davis looking. Tried it again and missed.
First and second, 2 outs. And the 2-2. Grounded to third. Urshela over to Wade. And that will do it. But the Orioles get 3 runs on 3 hits. And they leave 2. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. So here is Brett Gardner, and the Hyundai scoreboard has the Yankees up 9-3. This is the 5th time, Kenny, that Brett Gardner has led off an inning in this game.
He's been on twice.
So usually you're just the leadoff hitter once, not this time. Three and 0 on Gardner. Looking to reach base for the 3rd time. Straley struggling. And he walks Gardner on 4 pitches.
Right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Here's Aaron Judge. Judge 0 for 3 with a walk. Pitch inside from Straley, 1-0. And a strike. One and two on Judge. Judge grounded to third, fly ball to center. He walked and wrapped into a 5-4-3 double play. Missed outside, 2-2. Popped up on the right side. Alberto over, and he makes the play in foul territory for the first out. He covered a lot of ground to get there.
Yeah, with these shifts nowadays, he was stationed near the bag at second. He ends up in foul territory on this play, stays with it. Makes the play. There he is near second base. Long run for Alberto. Tough angle for first baseman Davis and too far from Mancini. He was the only one who could made that play.
Incidentally, Rickard remains in center. Remember, he had pinch hit for Mullins. They announced a crowd, a nice crowd on a Sunday afternoon, 33,102. High fly ball off the bat of Voit. Mancini makes the play for the second out.
The designated hitter, number 24, Sanchez.
Big day for Sanchez. Working a half a day as a DH today. Put all his energy into his hitting.
So 5 home runs for Sanchez. And 7 runs batted in. Foul back by Sanchez.
He hasn't taken many poor swings in this series. Maybe chased a couple of breaking balls down and away, but every swing has been one of authority for Gary Sanchez.
You have to like his start. 5 homers in 9 games, not too bad. High drive, did he get enough? Going back Smith, track, wall, see ya! Another home run for Sanchez. 3 on the game, another 2-run shot, and the Yankees lead 11-3.
What'd you say, 6 in how many games? Have an afternoon, Gary Sanchez. The Yankee fans here standing and cheering. The efforts of this afternoon's designated hitter. 4 home runs in this series.
Listen, Yankee Stadium is not Yellowstone Park, but I will tell you this.
Yeah.
I shudder to think what he would do in 81 home games in this ballpark. It's his first career 3 home run game.
Another pitch up in the zone. He's hit a variety of home runs today. He's hit a line drive home run. One that I'd say was kind of in between a line drive and a high fly ball. This one was just a high distant fly ball to left field. Look out, did he get him? This was a towering drive to left field. Dwight Smith. Now, that's about halfway up.
2-2 on Gleyber Torres. Oh, complete whiff. There's the agony of defeat.
Yeah.
Right back to Straley. A rough Oriole debut for him. Yankees get 2 more runs, and it's all been about Gary Sanchez. He is having a beast of a Sunday. In the 3rd inning, a 2-run home run. In the 7th inning, a 2-run home run. How about another? A 2-run home run. 3 of those babies, 11-3 Yanks. This game, as our studio team will have highlights and analysis from today's game, plus a look ahead to the next series against the Astros. It is right here on Yes. Tell that guy to move away from our sign. Move, move.
There he
okay,
goes.
thank you. Give WB Mason the love it deserves. Luis Cessa will take over. This will be his 2nd game. Yankees lead 11-3.
Only got 2 of those 3 runs back.
Dwight Smith Jr. will lead off the bottom of the 8th. Hyundai scoreboard 11-3 Yanks. I should know this, Kenny, but did you ever have a 3 home run game?
No. 3 home runs in a doubleheader.
Okay.
In Chicago.
White Sox Chicago or Cubs Chicago?
White Sox Chicago.
And you were right, Kenny. It's like all 3 home runs were different.
Different, yeah. That's like he used 3 different clubs.
And he handled different pitches in different parts of the strike zone. That one's fouled away. He's a Yankee fan, and he's also a Chris Davis fan club member. Three and 2.
You know, like Tarpley, Cessa had a very good spring. He had 1 inning against Baltimore down in Sarasota where he pitched outstanding. I think he went 6 innings in that game.
Chopped up the middle. 1 away as Torres makes the play. Bottom of the 8th inning in Baltimore. Yankees looking for the sweep. And put their record over 500 for the first time since after opening day.
Yeah, when you're traveling it, it's you got a long flight. Makes that flight a lot smoother when you leave with a W. I think we answered some questions about the Yankees too. We were talking about at the beginning of the game. This is a big game. You know, the win, come in and sweep, not be satisfied by winning the first two.
And you erase some of the sting of losing 2 out of 3 to the Orioles at home.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, but we've also mentioned how well the Yankees have played here in Baltimore.
Yep,
very well.
One and one. Lined into left center field. Long run for Gardner. And he cannot make the play. Just missed a beautiful play as Frazier backing up holds VR to a double.
Yeah, that ball took one hop after it had eluded his glove. Not by, you can see his reaction. He thought he should have had it. There's the all-out effort just over the glove. And VR is going to have himself a 2-base hit. Nice job by Frazier to back it up.
Here's Trey Mancini, 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Pitch is low from Sessa. How about this stat from our very own Quags back in the studio? This is the first time a Yankee has had a 3-home run game against Baltimore ever. Bill Dickey had one against the Browns on July 26th of 1939.
Of course, for fans who might not know, the Browns eventually became the Orioles. They moved here in 1954. First time, huh?
First time. Three and one. Three and two. There's another one from MLB Stats, Kenny. Yankees scored 18 straight runs via the home run. Longest streak. Grounded to short. Gleyber Torres gets Mancini as VR moves to third. That's the longest streak since the Twins knocked in 23 straight in August of 2013. And a strike to Ruiz. Urshela will get Ruiz, and that will do it. In the bottom of the eighth, no runs, a hit, no errors, and one man left. Let's go to the ninth inning, 11-3. Ninth inning starts with a ball to Tyler Wade, who took over for DJ LeMahieu. This is Wade's first at bat. Yankees lead 11-3. Ball fouled away. Only thing missing from this day, Kenny, is Mark Scott. Remember the old host of Home Run Derby?
Oh, that was a great show.
It really was.
Oh, that was.
And it was great because of who they got. They could never get stars of that magnitude now.
Well, first of all, there weren't the agents back in those days. Second of all, oh man, they'd have to get some big time sponsors.
They had Hank Aaron.
I love that show.
They had Ernie Banks. They had Al Kaline, Harmon Killebrew, Mickey Mantle, Willie Mays, Duke Snyder, Eddie Matthews,
Bob Allison, I think.
Yeah. Gil Hodges.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the Coors Light refreshing finish, and we'll take you back to Home Run Derby.
This is great. Yeah, that's Willie Mays and Mickey Mantle.
Good matchup.
It was. Mantle rallied to win this one. I remember it.
This is at the old Wrigley Field in L.A.
Mickey batted right-handed in this Home Run Derby. Oh my goodness! You're bringing back my childhood.
That would be like having, I don't know, Mike Trout against Aaron Judge.
There's the final, 9-8. I think Mickey got a whole $50 for that. No, I think it was more than that, but it wasn't much more than that.
One on Frazier, who has 3 hits today. Looking for number 4.
Let's see. Good. Very good. Great. No, that's not how it goes. Okay. Good. Very good. Great. That's what it was.
Yep.
Okay for a 1-hit day. Good for a 2-hit day. Very good. He's had a very good day going with 3 hits, and 4 is great.
So he's looking for great now.
Yeah. 5 is a Hall of Fame day.
Now, what would be? I mean, would you rather have a 2 for 5 day with 2 home runs, or 4 singles?
How many men on base? I'll go with the home runs.
3-1. High drive, left field, going back Smith, track, wall, see ya! Another home run derby in Baltimore. A 2-run shot, a 4-hit game for Frazier, and the Yankees are pouring it on.
He's had himself a great afternoon. I think we might see a position player come in to pitch.
Well, the Yankees now have the most home runs in a 3-game series against the Orioles all time with 13. So we are going to go to break. That'll do it for Dan Strelli. A tough debut here with the Orioles. And we'll see who's coming in to pitch for Baltimore. Hanser Alberto on the mound, and he plunks Gio Urshela on a 1-0 pitch. So now Stevie Donahue, the athletic trainer, checking with Urshela. He was followed by Boone, who said, okay, I'll head back if he's okay. So the 4 hits for Clint Frazier, a career high. Obviously the 2 home runs in a game, a career high. So he had himself a day after hitting the big home run yesterday.
3 home runs in 2 games. Sanchez 3 in 1 game.
High drive, left center field off the bat of Romine. Going back, Rickard on the track, leaps, See ya! A 2-run home run for Romine. He joins the party. The balls keep flying out. 15-3 Yanks.
That's going to be one happy plane ride to Houston. I think if you add up all the distance with this home runs today, you're probably halfway to Houston.
Be close.
Yep.
So Alberto was the second baseman, now pitching. VR moves from short to second, and Richie Martin takes over at short. Pitches outside.
Just heard that this is the 10th time that the Orioles have had a position player pitch in their history, and Romine joins the party, as Michael said.
Seven home runs for the Yankees today.
Dodgers hit 8 against Colorado this year, didn't they? Yeah, they did.
Yep.
Opening day.
And a walk to Gardner, who has been on base 4 times with 3 walks and a double. Now here's Mike Tauchman, who took over in right field last inning for Judge. Now we found out what the players got paid for Home Run Derby. The winner got $2,000 and was invited back for the next show. The runner-up got $1,000, and if you hit 3 homers in a row, it's a $500 bonus.
Wow. Yeah, they would have to up the ante in this day and age.
Yeah, I don't think they're leaving their house for that. Two and one. There's a strike. So what's he throwing, Kenny?
A baseball.
Most home runs by the Yankees since 2007. 7 home runs in 1 game.
Whew. Tell you, my scorecard on the Yankee side looks really busy.
Still nobody out, so Sanchez could get another at bat. 3-2 on Tauchman. And a walk.
This has got to be embarrassing, you know, for a manager to have to explain this. It's not going to be fun for Brandon Hyde today.
Well, unless Luke Voit wraps into a triple play, Gary Sanchez will have a chance to hit 4 home runs in a game. There's a strike.
One thing about Alberto, though, he works pretty quick.
Grounded to third. There's one. And the return throw not in time. So they get the force. And that will bring up Sanchez with a chance to make history. Last major leaguer to have 4 home runs in a game, J.D. Martinez, September 4th of 2017, and he was with the Diamondbacks then.
At Dodger Stadium.
Three home runs off the bat of Sanchez. All 2-run shots. Now 2 runners on. First and third, 1 man out. Just missed it. High fly ball. Smith makes the catch. Tagging is Gardner. He just draws the throw. And they keep Sanchez in the park.
Yeah, this is not a time for a bang-bang play at the plate. So Gardner didn't even attempt to tag up. Alberto got him out in front, popped him up.
Gleyber Torres fouls it off. Torres, the 9th Yankee to come to the plate.
Second time in the game they've batted around in an inning.
Fly ball, center field. Rickard back, still on the track. He makes the play to end the inning. 7 swings by the Yankees. Let's take a look. Each swing produces a home run. 7 blasts, 7 bombs for the Bronx Bombers here in Baltimore. Lots of B's, lots of home runs, lots of runs. Hits, 7 of the hits home runs. The Orioles 3 runs on 5 hits as the Yankees 3 outs away from a sweep of the O's. Richie Martin will lead off. Luis Cessa in his 2nd inning of work. There's a strike.
I forgot to mention in this series that Richie Martin, University of Florida, grew up in Brandon, Florida, which is right next to Tampa, where the Yankees train.
One and two. Two and two. Broken back, ground ball to second. Wade. One away. It's time for the Land Rover drives of the game. They were difficult to choose, but we took Gary Sanchez's 3 home runs.
Yeah, what an afternoon. The first one came in the 3rd inning with a man aboard, his 4th of the year. Then a little bit later on, we moved to the 7th. Another 2-run shot, his 5th. And, well, 3's company. Another 2-run shot in the 8th inning. What a day for Gary Sanchez. Those are our Land Rover drives of the game.
And a ball to Chris Davis. 0 for 3 today. 1-1. From ESPN Stats and Info, the Yankees 7 homers today, the most in a road game since May 30th of 1961. They hit 7 at Boston that day.
Something tells me Mickey Mantle hit 1.
Mantle hit 2. Maris hit 2. Skowron hit 2. Yogi hit 1. High fly ball left side. And that's out of play.
Kind of an historic afternoon.
And the 7 home runs today, most since they hit 8. We mentioned in 2007, that was against the White Sox. So of the 7 homers, the first 2 were solo shots, Torres and Frazier. The next 5, all 2-run blasts. Swing and a miss. Chris Davis's nightmare continues. Sucre takes low. This should do it. It's knocked down by Urshela. It doesn't do it. So he picks up an E5.
fastball had a little top spin on it. Now, we mentioned he's noted for his good glove, but not on this particular occasion. Yep, off the edge of the fingers of the glove. And the pitcher is hitting for the Orioles.
Hanser Alberto. And a strike to Alberto.
He might be the only pitcher in baseball today with a couple of hits.
And the Yankees are a strike away from a sweep. Grounded to Urshela. He fields across the diamond, and the Yankees win by a score of 15-3, and they sweep the Orioles here in Baltimore. Well, they got what they needed this series, Kenny.
Well, you know, coming out here and just laying it on them in the third game, that tells me something. They got a lot of momentum now going into Houston. You know, it's going to be a tougher team to play these next 3 games. But Frazier got his chance last night, came up with a big hit, a couple more home runs today. Gary Sanchez, what an afternoon for him. 3 2-run homers. Just the Yankee team in general in this series looked pretty good. We mentioned last night they didn't play all that well. They still won, but today they played much, much better.
And with all the home runs, Domingo Herman pitched into the 7th, picks up the victory. He is 2-0. But the big day for Gary Sanchez, 3 home runs for the Yankee DH. So they sweep the Orioles 15-3 today. We'll come back, we'll wrap things up, and then the post-game show after that on Yes.